Tigers look to inbound and turn the ball over right on the inbounds. And it is Americas with the ball in the left corner. Out at the top of the key with it, it's Holguin. Gives it off to the right elbow in the hands of Aiden Marquez, a 6'3 senior. Marquez goes up with the shot from the low post right side, and Alamogordo grabs the rebound. Myron Smith will bring it in the front court. They are trailing 3-2. Smith with the basketball. Feeds it off to Bickham, front court right, front court left. The ball goes to Bynum. Now it's Bryant with the ball at the left wing. A couple of jab steps, dribbles once, and then passes, gives it to D. D is able to corral the ball after some contact, and then a pass from Bickham trying to go to the corner is stolen away by Holguin. Trailblazers the other way, and a good pass to a cutting Christian Baca as he lays it up and in. And 6:15 to go in the first, and it's Americas 5, Alamogordo 2. This is an Americas team that's 17-1 on the season. Alamogordo coming in at 8-1 into this game. Deontay Bynum will give it off to DeMyron Smith, right corner. He's double-teamed. DeMyron looking to get out of that double team, and he does. Finds Deontay, gets it out to the corner. Marcus fires up a three. No good. Rebound cleared on the opposite side by Johnson. And here comes the Trailblazers quickly the other way. Baca at the top of the key, feeds it off to the left wing. Miranda stops there, and will pass it back out. Baca now between the circles, feeds it out right corner into the hands of Holguin. They go inside, and the left baby hook shot from Johnson, no good. Rebound cleared by Smith. Smith will bounce pass it up ahead to Bryant. Bryant will get it back to Smith, who goes to the left wing. Give it back to Bryant, left corner. He's open for three. No good. Rebound is pulled in by Holguin for Americas. Up at the far sideline with it comes Baca with 5:20 remaining in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Ball at the right wing for the Trailblazers. And driving baseline and getting the basket and finishing is Baca. And he gets another lay-in. 7-2 Trailblazers. Smith gets it in the front court, and he's got three players around him. He eventually finds Bickham, who steps back, fires a three. It's no good. And the Tigers cold to shooting here early. They've been getting some open looks, but haven't been able to put them in. Johnson will bring it to the front court for the Trailblazers and give it off to Baca, 5'8 junior. Dishes it off to his left to Anthony Miranda, 5'8 senior. Looked to go inside to Johnson. Ball was deflected by Smith. It stays inbounds, and it rolls eventually to Johnson. Now Baca's got it at the right wing. Goes to the right elbow. Pass to the left corner, Miranda. Tried to go inside, deflected right back to him by Bynum. And Baca will now walk it out between the circles with 4:28 to go in the first quarter. 7-2, Americas in front. Ball at the right wing with Holguin. He holds it over his head. Top of the key, gives it off to Miranda. Now left elbow and a quick dish right back to Miranda. Goes to the basket. Had a shot blocked out of bounds by Warren. And we'll see a sub for Alamogordo as Nico Stubblefield will come into the game for Marcus Bryant Jr. A couple more subs back in as Josh Pichardo will come back in for Americas, and we also saw number 34, Aiden Marquez, return to the game. Baseline left inbounds. Marquez will get it. Marquez drives the lane. Had a shot blocked by Smith. Tigers with some good defensive plays here. Bickham, outlet pass up ahead to Stubblefield. Stubblefield the baseline, tries to work towards the basket, comes back outside to Warren, and it's tough man-to-man defense from the Trailblazers as the Tigers will dish it back out to Bynum, who stands in the center circle. Tried to go to the left corner to Stubblefield, stolen away. Pushing up the floor with it is Pichardo. He'll give it off to the low post on the right side, and then a kick out Johnson. Open for three, and he puts it in. Larian Johnson with the triple, and it's 10-2 now with 3:42 remaining in the first. Tigers with the ball in the backcourt. And it is a 7-0 run here for Americas. Smith burrowing his way into the lane, kicks it out corner, and a big three there from Kai Bickham, and Coach Nee wants a timeout, as he'll want to maybe reset things here a little bit for Alamogordo as they cut into the deficit. It's 10-5 with 3:29 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Well, thanks for joining us. We're here at the Franklin High School Holiday Tournament for the second day. We didn't have a pregame. We wanted to get our last edition of the KRSY Football Roundtable in. But we do want to thank our sponsor, Otero Federal Credit Union, that brings us our pregame show. They'll be with us for halftime and for postgame as well. And all of our sponsors that bring us Alamogordo Tiger Sports here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. Tigers are going to come out with the same five: Stubblefield, Warren, Smith, Bickham, and Bynum. And for the Trailblazers, it'll be Baca, Johnson, Vicencio, Pichardo, and Marquez. And they'll bring him to the front court. Going left to right. Tigers right to left in the first half. 3:22 to go in the first. And Alamogordo trails 10-5. Alamogordo switching into a zone defense now. Ball comes to the right wing. They go to the baseline. Johnson out to the top of the key to Baca. Quickly working around, almost losing it out of bounds, but gathering back in is Vicencio. Now back to Baca between the circles. Vicencio at the left wing. Johnson at the baseline. Jump shot from that spot is good from 15 feet out. Larry and Johnson knocks down the bucket, and it's 3 minutes to go in the first with the Tigers trailing now 12-5. Bynum pushing to the midcourt line, still in the backcourt. Double team, finds Bickham. Bickham cross-court to Stubblefield. Stubblefield looked like he was going to step into a three. Instead, works his way into the lane and puts in the 12-footer and got a little bit closer and knocked it down. Stubblefield makes it a 5-point game again, 12-7. Vicencio will give it back to Baca. Johnson, the pass is a little bit behind him, but he gathered it in. Gives it off to the left wing to Vicencio. Now at the baseline again, Johnson will put it up. That one no good. Stubblefield able to grab the rebound, and Bickham will push it up. Gives it to Smith coming up the near sideline to the left wing. Jump stop into the lane, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Warren with the rebound, tries to go up with the shot. They'll call it a jump ball, and the possession arrow, I believe, keeps it on this side with the Tigers. Sub for Alamogordo, Trey Sanders comes in for the first time, and we'll see a couple of subs again for the Trailblazers as they'll bring Holguin into the game, and there's one other man that checked in. We'll get it here in a second. Inbounds goes to Bynum. Bynum catches and shoots from the low post left side. The bucket's good, and he's fouled. And Deontay Bynum gets on the board here early, and a chance to cut it down to a 2-point game. It's 12-9. Americus with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter. So Bynum to the line. The other sub in was Brady Duggan, a 5'10 junior for the Blazers. Second free throw will go in as well. Or first free throw will go in. The three-point play is converted, and it's 2:14 to go here in the first quarter. Ball at the right wing and out to the top of the key. Quick movement around this zone. They find Johnson again at the baseline. He gets it off to right wing, and then a right corner three on the way. That is no good. Rebound is pulled in by Sanders. He couldn't squeeze it, but it'll be knocked out of bounds by a Trailblazer. And we'll see another sub as Anthony Miranda comes into the game, and he will check in for Brady Duggan. Tigers with Stubblefield, Bynum, Bickham, Sanders, and Smith. Smith gets the inbounds at the far sideline, fed it ahead to Bynum, who was able to keep his dribble, working all the way to the corner, then into the lane. Bickham going to step into a top-of-the-key three, and he's going to put it down, and Alamogordo grabs the lead. 13-12 here in the first quarter, and Alamogordo has scored the last, or 11 of the last 13 points. Left elbow jump shot on the way, and the other side is no good from Marquez. Tigers able to grab the loose ball with Sanders, and then a pass as Bynum got caught up in the air, tried to feed it to Bickham, but it was a little bit too far behind him. He couldn't track it down. And we'll see a sub for Alamogordo. Isaiah Richards will come into the game, and it will be for Bynum. So Richards, Bickham, Smith, Sanders, and Stubblefield on the floor. And Johnson will inbound here at the near sideline for Americas. Out between the circles, it's Baca. Tigers sticking with the zone, and this has worked pretty well for him so far. Ball at the right wing now with Pichardo. Baca works to the left elbow, kicks it out. Left corner three is no good. Rebound, though, grabbed by Marquez. Marquez will dish it back out top. Baca will back out, and the Tigers reset defensively as well. 1:12 to go in the first, and Alamogordo leads 13-12. Ball goes to the baseline. Johnson, Pichardo, Baca top of the key. Give it off left wing to Vicencio. Now Johnson at the baseline. Try to feed a pass to the opposite side of the court, and it's stolen away by Alamogordo. Bickham will get it in the front court, and he will keep the ball at the right wing. He'll fire up another three. It's no good this time. Rebound is pulled in by Americas. A double team by the Tigers in the rebound, and now Trailblazers with some numbers here coming in the front court. Johnson gets it at the baseline. Top of the key left open for three, but missing is Marquez, and the rebound grab by the Tigers with 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Stubblefield will bring it across the timeline for the Tigers. He gets it off to the left wing to Bickham. Bickham back to Stubblefield. Front court right with the basketball. Man-to-man defense for Americas. And Stubblefield's going to have the ball stolen away. Johnson's got it. Gathers the loose change and all the way to the bucket and lays it up and in. 7 seconds left. Stubblefield will inbound to Smith, but the pass was too far along the sideline out of bounds. And it's going to give Americas another chance here with 5 seconds remaining to try to add on to the 1-point lead. Johnson will inbound at the far sideline. Tigers trying to rush a little bit because of the remaining time on the clock. Stubblefield almost able to steal it away from Baca. Johnson going to fire up a long three. That's going to be short. It'll go out of bounds, and that's the end of one. After falling behind 10-2, the Tigers battle back. They're down by one after one quarter of play. 14-13 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamogordo Tiger basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. 1230, 101.9.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9, just underway here in the second quarter as Americas has the basketball, and a foul going to be called on Bickham as he didn't leave much space for Aiden Marquez after he got the pass. And not many fouls in this game on either side as Bickham picks up his first. Ball at the left wing, inbounds to Johnson. He catches and was heading out of bounds, but found somebody to get it to. Left wing, it'll be Marquez with it. Goes to Johnson at the baseline, kicks it back out. Alamogordo staying in a 2-3 zone. Ball goes into the lane, and going up with the shot, Marquez over the contact from Richards, and a chance at a three-point play as Marquez is able to get the bucket. They finally got to the middle of that zone. They had been working more of the baseline on the outside, and they were able to get a pass right into the middle of the Tigers zone. Sub for Larry Johnson as he comes out, and Matthew Magdaleno will come into the first time for the Blazers. 16-13, Americas leads Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Kai Bickham led the Tigers with 6 points in that first quarter. And the free throw up and good as he finishes up the three-point play. Bickham looking to inbounds, will give it to Smith. He's double teamed, looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Bickham. Bickham comes to the near side and will find Sanders. Bickham down to the floor. And a foul going to be called on Americas. It'll be a foul on Holguin. And an inbounds to the far sideline for the Tigers and Richards. Down by 4. 7:21 to go here in the second quarter. Ball goes to Smith in the right corner. Then back to Richards. He's left open for three. And he puts it down. Isaiah Richards knocks down the triple. And the Tigers make it a one-point game again, 17-16. They were a little slow to start getting the shots to fall in the first quarter, but Tigers have lit it up a little bit here and have brought themselves back into this game. And a steal by Stubblefield as Nico able to step in front of a pass, work his way to the basket. He's going to be fouled. And we'll see if that's going to be in the act of shooting or not. It is. So Stubblefield will get a chance to shoot 2 free throws after the steal and then the foul called on, is that Pichardo that picked it up? I think it was. We'll see 3 subs coming in for Americas. And Stubblefield will put up the first and put it in. Nico with 3 points in the game now. And we are tied up at 17. Sub for Alamogordo's Jason Warren comes in. And it'll be for Demyron Smith, who will get his first rest of the game. It's Richard, Stubblefield, Warren, Bickham, and Sanders on the floor for Alamogordo. And now we've got a conference between the officials at the moment. And maybe checking on who the foul was on, possibly. So not sure what exactly was going on there, but it was figured out pretty quickly. So maybe they had put down the wrong player for the foul, possibly. Stubblefield will miss front rim in the second. Johnson grabs the rebound for the Blazers. Into the front court with it comes Baca to the top of the key, feeds it off left wing Vicencio. Now we'll give it back to Baca, over to the right wing, Holguin, or I should say, yes, Holguin. Working around Johnson, they find him at the baseline, and ball is going to be deflected out of bounds by the Tigers, and Alamogordo's playing some really good defense. Not letting any easy opportunities, as Bickham will come out and Deontay Bynum will return. Inbounds right into the middle of the lane, catching and shooting on it was Marquez. And Americas goes back in front 19-17. Bynum tried to find Stubblefield the opposite side, ball stolen away. The shot attempt by Holguin is no good. Baca will bring it back out after the rebound on the Holguin miss, and it will set things up again here for Americas. Tigers have limited the turnovers, but they certainly have had a few. Left wing three on the way is no good. Inside, Sanders able to grab the rebound, and he'll find Bynum, and he'll bring it up the far sideline. Bynum now pushes between the circles. Into the front court, gives it to Stubblefield. Now near the midcourt line, back to Bynum. Front court left now over to left corner to Stubblefield. Stubblefield ball fakes, works baseline, stops, tries to go up with a tough shot. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow should keep it on this side, and it does. So Alamogordo keeps the ball, down by 2 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 5:56 remaining in the second, in what has been a very competitive game here early on. Sanders to inbounds baseline left, finds Richards cutting left in the lane. A little fadeaway shot was short, and the loose ball pulled in by Marquez, and he'll give it to Baca, and Baca will bring it into the front court. Baca met by Bynum. Cross-court pass to the right wing, Holguin. Skip pass over to the left wing, Vicencio with it. He will now fire up the three, and he will put it in. Vicencio knocks down the triple, and it's 22-17 Americas. Richards had the ball tipped away from him. Johnson, though, as he got to it, had it tipped away from him. Tigers have numbers here. Stubblefield Sanders tried to go to it. Sanders went up with the shot attempt, and he felt like he was fouled, didn't get the call, and as the ball was deflected, he was standing out of bounds, and it went right to him. And it'll be back over to Americas here with 5:24 to go in the second. Baca across the timeline for the Blazers. Gives it off to the right wing. There is Pichardo. Back to Baca. Baca over to the left wing. Vicencio will get it. And the left wing, he'll give it back between the circles. They work it to Johnson at the baseline. Back to Baca. Continue to work around. Ball was deflected by Stubblefield, but found its way to Pichardo. Now it's Baca. Works to the elbow. Back out to Vicencio. Baca will get it at the left wing. Bounce pass to Johnson at the baseline. Right wing, now right corner. They'll give it to Pichardo. Three on the way is no good. Inside, Holguin had, or I should say Marquez had a chance for the rebound. It tips back outside. They give it to Marquez in the lane, who lost the handle. They're going to say he traveled with it. I thought it was deflected by an Alamogordo player, but Alamogordo catches a break on that. And the official disagreeing with America's head coach Mike Brooks. As Bickham, still looking to inbounds, gets it to Warren. Warren will go to Stubblefield. Stubblefield tried to go to the middle of the floor, but it was stolen away by Baca. Alamogordo's had a little bit of trouble with the backcourt pressure. Baca in the corner was going to take the jump shot, passes up on it, and gives it off to Miranda. He'll get the ball back here from Marquez, and almost taken away by both Bynum and Stubblefield, and they work it around to Miranda, left corner. Johnson catches the baseline. Bickham able to steal it away. Bickham coming up the floor, had the ball deflected away, and now it is Marquez who's got it, and he'll give it back to Holguin. And Americas again gets set up on offense here with 4:09 remaining in the second quarter. Ball taken away by Bynum now. 2-on-2 the other way. Bynum gets to the free throw line and tried to work it back around, but he is going to be fouled coming from behind by Holguin. And that'll be back to or stay with Alamogordo. As we'll see Nico Stubblefield come out. DeMyron Smith returns the game. And Brady Duggan comes in, and he will check in for number 14, Mario Holguin. Baseline left inbounds here for Sanders, as he will get it to the corner to Bickham. Bickham, top of the key, Smith. Smith gets to the elbow, hands it back to Bickham, top of the key, right wing, it's Smith, guarded by Johnson. Man-to-man defense for Americas between the circles. Bickham gives it off far sideline into the hands of Bynum. Goes to Smith. Ball was deflected by Johnson. He had to track it down top of the key. Little spin move in the lane from Johnson. Jump shot up, no good. Rebound cleared by Baca. And Americas comes the other way with the basketball. Quickly up ahead to the left corner to Miranda, who fakes the pass, still holds on to it. Cross-court pass to Duggan at the right wing. Now to Baca between the circles. Miranda left wing. Johnson at the baseline. Johnson cut off by Sanders. Will get it back outside to Miranda. And they're working on the perimeter. Baca crossover to the left elbow. Finds Miranda. They go to Johnson again at the baseline. And very good passing here from the Blazers. Tigers have filled in those passing lanes nicely there. Smith was able to get a hand on it, deflected out of bounds. And another sub here for America says they will bring on number 24, Vinny Vincencio, and he will check in for Anthony Miranda. 3:16 remaining in the second. Baseline right. Inbounds going to be deflected out of bounds by Bickham. And it'll be another try here for the Blazers. Tigers had a lead, I think, at 13-12. I think that's their only lead of the game. But they've kept it close the entire way. Inbounds is deflected. And the ball at the left wing to Baca. Bickham nearly was able to steal that away. Ball goes to the baseline to Marquez. Now they're working around to Duggan. Right corner three is no good. Rebound, though, coming in and grabbing it and putting it in was Vicencio. Tigers had two players there, but it just sort of hopped over the hand of one of them, and Vicencio was able to bring in the front court. Here comes Sanders, the top of the key, and then a pass stolen away by Johnson. And across the timeline with it come the Blazers. Baca has it, gives it off left wing Vicencio. Johnson at the baseline. Johnson comes all the way back out top to Baca. 2:37 to go in the second. Duggan will get an open look at three in the corner again. That's no good. Warren had his hands on the rebound, couldn't squeeze it. Another shot attempt is no good, and the putback by Duggan is good. So the Tigers not able to grab those defensive rebounds, and that's what's been hurting them on the last two possessions. And they're now down by 9. Bynum able to get it in the front court to Smith. Smith had the ball stolen away, and the Tigers' turnovers starting to mount up on this side as well. Down by 9. Baca able to dribble away from a couple of Tiger defenders. Finds Johnson left wing. Three is no good. And Sanders grabs the rebound, gives it off to Bynum. Bynum will push up the floor for the Tigers. Bynum comes all the way to the elbow and loses the handle on the basketball. And we've got a whistle. They're going to have a warning on Kai Bickham. And it'll be Trey Sanders coming out and Marcus Bryant coming in. Deontay Bynum comes out. Nico Stubblefield will come into the game. 1:52 to go in the second quarter. And a 9-point lead as Marquez has got it right wing, left corner. Vicencio drives to the free throw line, misses on the jump shot attempt, and Warren grabs the rebound, gives it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield cross court to the near sideline to Smith. Smith will stop at the left wing with the basketball. Front court right gives it off to Stubblefield. Back to Smith. Coach Nee yelling out a new play from the sideline. Warren top of the key with the basketball. Stops at the right wing. Picks up his dribble. Bryant back to Warren. They go to the baseline to Smith. Smith back to Warren. Jason's going to fire up a three. And that's going to hit off the rim, and then it looked like off the stanchion. That brings the backboard down, and so it's over to Americas. And a sub for the Blazers as they'll bring Josh Pichardo back in, and Duggan will head to the bench. Johnson will inbound to Baca. His team up by 9. Johnson will give it off to the right wing. Tigers back to a man-to-man defense now. Out near the midcourt line, Baca gives it off to Johnson. Now Vicencio tried to go inside and did, and Warren tried to jump in front of the entry pass, but couldn't get his hand on it. And it's a lay-in for Marquez, and the Tiger deficit is out to 11. Smith, left wing three, fires it up. It's no good. Warren inside, grabs the rebound, goes up with a putback attempt, and it's going to be a pair of free throws coming up as Baca gets called for the foul. And Warren to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Misses back rim on the first. One more here for the 6'4" Tiger senior. And Jason able to make the second. 28-18. Americus leads with 42 seconds left in the first half. Baca guarded by Stubblefield. Johnson gets it out. Again, man-to-man defense now for Alamogordo. Inside they go to Marquez. Quickly back outside to Duggan. Now top of the key, Vicencio. Work it back to the left corner. Now Johnson with the basketball guarded by Stubblefield. Baca gets the top of the key. Gives it off to Duggan, who swirls around to the top of the key. Now over to the front court left, Vicencio. Johnson, left wing with the basketball. He'll dribble out of that spot. Stubblefield on him. Tigers continue man-to-man defense. 14 seconds left. Baca working around a screen for Marquez. And now gives it to Marquez, front court right. Duggan at the right wing. They go inside Johnson. Back to Duggan, who knocks down the three. Bryant just turned around and left him open. And the three is good. And that will end the quarter. Bryant turned around looking like he was going to go and double team inside and just left Duggan open. Johnson fed it right back to him, and he knocked down the triple. So it's Americas 31, Alamogordo 18 after one half of play on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up for you next. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
It's never too early to win. Letter jackets for Christmas.
The Winter Circle offers a variety of letter jackets in traditional styles for your students in Alamogordo, Cloudcroft, Tularosa, and Mescalero. Stop by today and help make your high schoolers' last years memorable. Lay away your letter jacket now. The Winter Circle, outfitting champions for over 50 years.
1201 East 10th Street. Open Monday through Friday.
Go Tigers! See you at the games!
High interest rates on car loans can cost you big money. Local Credit Union wants to put a little breathing room in your budget. Move your vehicle loan to Local Credit Union for 1% or more less than your current interest rate with no payments for 60 days. Even if you have a Local loan, you may still be able to save. Stop by Local Credit Union 9th and Washington or apply online at localcreditunion.com. Federally insured, member NCUA. Open to Otero County residents, floor rate of 2.99% on approved credit.
Rudy and the entire crew at Ochoa Stucco would like to thank this wonderful community for all of their support. It's been a great year, and they're looking forward to many, many more. From everyone at Ochoa Stucco, happy holidays. Ochoa Stucco, 575-442-6745.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Alamogordo Big O Tires.
OFCU is teaming up with Vision Ford for an end-of-year blowout sale. For a limited time only, starting Tuesday, December 26th through Saturday, December 30th, rates as low as 6.49% APR and no payments for 90 days. Be sure to take advantage of this blowout deal before time runs out. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Franklin High School. The holiday tournament, 5th annual is what I heard over the PA. And Tigers' second year playing down here. And Alamogordo, I thought for most of that first half, the final 4 minutes or so of the second quarter, not great for the Tigers. But for the majority of that first half, they certainly showed themselves well against a team of 17-1 in the season. But, you know, the Tigers are 8-1, and I really wasn't sure what we'd see going into this one. Tigers, you know, I would say Los Lunas has been a quality win this year, and Carlsbad, I think, is a solid win. Roswell might end up being a solid win by the end of the season. I'll have to wait and see on that one. But this is probably one of the best teams, maybe the best team they've seen. I think, I got to be honest, from what I saw in the first half, maybe a little bit more impressed with Rio Rancho, just the frenzied nature in which they play. But this is a very, very good basketball team. Really sound. That was what I've been more impressed about is they don't turn the ball over very much. I think the Tigers have gotten a couple, but just very quick, decisive passes. Everybody on the floor just feels like they know what they're doing offensively. And Alamogordo can be that at times, but there's certainly been occasions where Alamogordo not as quick with the offense. And certainly we've seen in this game the turnovers have definitely been more on the Alamogordo side of the basketball, and that's what we saw towards the end of the half. The turnovers and then offensive rebounding for America started to really hurt the Tigers as that second quarter progressed. So a few things here or there that if they can clean up, they can get back into this game. And they found themselves down pretty quickly by 8 early on in the game and worked their way back into it. So the Tigers certainly have shown themselves that they can come back in this game against this team, but they certainly, I don't think, can let America get out by more than 15 as the third quarter progresses. Got to get back under double digits and not let the Blazers start to pull away a little bit and be as methodical as they can be with the ball offensively. That's what we saw in the first half. They will, work it around for 15, 20, 30 seconds to find the shot that they want, and a lot of times they do. So first half for the Tigers, Nico Stubblefield had 3, as did Deontay Bynum, Demyron Smith with 2, Isaiah Richards with 3, Kai Bickham with 6, and 1 point for Jason Warren. Not a particularly strong quarter there for Alamogordo as they only scored 5 points in that second. So see if they can bounce back and find their way with a very, very good America's team and get to the championship here at the Franklin Holiday Tournament. We'll take a break and we'll come back. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Stay with us. You're listening to the Tigers and the Blazers. We'll be back after this.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
High interest rates on car loans can cost you big money. Local Credit Union wants to put a little breathing room in your budget. Move your vehicle loan to Local Credit Union for 1% or more, less than your current interest rate, with no payments for 60 days. Even if you have a local loan, you may still be able to save. Stop by Local Credit Union, 9th and Washington, or apply online at localcreditunion.com. Federally insured, member NCUA. Open to Otero County residents, floor rate of 2.99% on approved credit.
Rudy and the entire crew at Ochoa Stucco would like to thank this wonderful community for all of their support. It's been a great year, and they're looking forward to many, many more. From everyone at Ochoa Stucco, happy holidays. Ochoa Stucco, 575-442-6745.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Alamogordo Big O Tires.
OFCU is teaming up with Vision Ford for an end-of-year blowout sale. For a limited time only, starting Tuesday, December 26th through Saturday, December 30th, rates as low as 6.49% APR and no payments for 90 days. Be sure to take advantage of this blowout deal before time runs out. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Welcome back to Franklin High School in El Paso and the Franklin Holiday Tournament. 31-18 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Americus leads Alamogordo as we'll go to the second half. Tigers will go left to right, and the Blazers will go from right to left. And it will be Americus basketball to begin. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Tigers send out their starting five: Warren, Smith, Dickham, Bryant, and Bynum. Johnson will inbounds to Marquez. Out there with Baca. Tigers going back to the zone here, 2-3. Vicencio and Pichardo with the basketball right now at the left wing out there for the Blazers. They work on the perimeter. Go to the baseline, Johnson. Johnson, top of the key, gives it off to Baca. Left corner, Pichardo. Gives it out between the circles to Baca. Tigers staying with their zone. Pichardo left wing. Goes Johnson, baseline, left side this time. Cross court over to the right corner. Vicencio drives baseline, kicks it out to Baca. Left wing, it's Pichardo, back to Baca. Pichardo, left wing, will get it back from him. Now cross-court pass to Vicencio in the right corner. Baca goes inside now to Marquez. Marquez works his way in the lane. Can't get the layup to go, but got his miss. Misses on the second. This time Bynum able to grab the rebound. 7:13 to go in the third, and there's a good example. About 45 seconds off the clock there, and they put up two shots. Pass out between the circles now to Smith. Man-to-man defense for Americus. Smith driving right of the lane. Kicks it out Bickham right corner. Three on the way. Good. Tigers with a strong start here to begin things as they knock down the three and make it a 10-point game, 31-21. Baca with the basketball, goes off to the right wing, and the Tigers staying in the zone. Pichardo gives it off to Johnson at the baseline. Johnson, Vicencio, right corner three, and he answers right back. Vinny Vicencio with the triple, and he's got 10. Inbounds goes to Warren at the free throw line. He'll give it back to Bickham, and now out to Bynum. 34-21, Americus in front. Bynum gets a screen from Smith. Now he's going to be double-teamed, comes back out towards midcourt, past the middle floor to Warren, finds Bickham. He'll fire up another three. That's no good. Rebound comes all the way out to Kai at the free throw line. I'll give it to Bryant. Now it's Bickham with it. Bickham out towards the right corner to Bryant, and then Kai will have it front court right. Between the circles, he'll give it to Bynum. 6:05 remaining third quarter. Bynum with the basketball, gives it out left wing to Smith. Between the circles, back to Bynum. Still man-to-man. Tigers slowing it down a bit after getting some extra opportunities. Smith will give it to Bynum, who can't knock down the three out top. And Vicencio will have the rebound deflect to him. Pichardo will come all the way to the left wing in the front court for the Blazers. Give it off to Baca. Pichardo gets it right back, fires up the three, no good. And the Tigers with the rebound. Bynum secures it. Deontay comes to the top of the key. Almost left the ball behind. Goes back to get it. Baca on him. Bynum will work into the lane, kick it out to Bryant. Left wing three on the way. Marcus can't get it to go. Inside, Johnson able to squeeze the rebound. 5:23 remaining third quarter. The Tigers down by 13. And Baca will bring it in the front court. Give it to Vicencio in the corner, then back to Baca. The 5'8 junior has it, gives it off to Marquez. Marquez to Pichardo. Down between the circles, Vicencio. Alamogordo's gone back to a man-to-man defense. And ball's going to be deflected out of bounds, last off of the Blazers. And it'll be between the circles for the, or I should say near sideline for the Tigers to inbounds. And Bickham will give it out towards the far sideline to Bynum. Bynum with the basketball. They'll find Brian in the front court. He's quickly double-teamed, finds Bickham between the circles. Warren in the low post. Warren trying to work in on Marquez. Outside to Bynum. Bynum into the lane. Goes inside Warren. Warren goes up with a shot and couldn't get it to go. Looked like it was changed a little bit. Couldn't tell if there's contact in the arm or contact in the ball. They give it to Marquez in the free throw line. Marquez trying to power his way in. Able to get up the shot inside. No good. Warren able to grab the rebound. And pretty physical inside on both ends. but evenly called. Bryant behind the back dribble. He's going to lose. Warren gets his hand on the basketball, draws the tie-up, and the possession error will keep it on this side with 4:26 to go in the third quarter. Still a 34-21 difference. Both teams have hit a three, and Coach Nee wants a timeout to talk things over, and he wants a full timeout. 4:26 remaining in the third on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Blazers 34, the Tigers 21. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Inbounds, going to come all the way into the backcourt, and I guess the deflection, it ended up bouncing out of bounds near sideline. Pass was off the mark, and Alamogordo out of the timeout turns it over. And 4:25 remaining here in the third. It's America's 34 and Alamogordo 21. And it'll be Baca bringing in the front court. Man-to-man this time for Alamogordo as Johnson dribbles it out on the perimeter, gives it back to Baca. Swings it to his right. Pichardo. They go inside Marquez. Marquez to Baca at the left wing with Bynum on him. Johnson will get it out between the circles. Smith guarding him. Back inside to Marquez. A little bit double team. Warren sticking with him. And Warren able to make a nice defensive play. And has got both hands up, and it'll still be America's basketball as they call the jump ball. But good defense inside by the Tigers senior. And it'll be baseline left. Coach Brooks having to remind his players that it is their basketball. All right, Baca's got the ball between the circles. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball at the left wing, Vicencio. Johnson will get it out between the circles. Swings it to his right to Baca. And inside Marquez cutting down the lane. Puts the shot up and in and good. Aiden Marquez with 9, and the Tigers' deficit increases to 15. It's 36-21. Bynum in the front court. Bynum double teamed. Ball deflected away, and Baca's got it. Baca comes to the left wing. Johnson between the circles. It's Pichardo with the basketball at the right wing. Now swings it over the near sideline to Vicencio. Johnson gets the ball right back to Vicencio, and Bickham is going to get called for the foul. Looked like he had his hand on the ball, but they're going to say he reached across the arm. And subs for Alamogordo as Bynum comes out, Warren comes out. Near sideline, or near baseline left inbounds. As they'll give it to the left wing, and it's taken away from Marquez. Bickham pushing up the floor, finds Sanders. Sanders gets in the lane, goes up with the shot, no good. As Pichardo was able to step in there and at least try to draw the charge, but it forced Sanders to navigate around him, made the shot difficult, and then the ball deflected out of bounds over to Americas. Damian Padilla's in the game as well, so it's Padilla, Bickham, Stubblefield, Smith, and Sanders for the Tigers down by 15. 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. And it'll be Baca with the basketball. And it's been Americas' defense since about, midway through the second quarter that has really found its footing in this game. Baca left open for a top of the key three. It's no good. Rebound tips out of bounds. Last off of the hands of number 22, Matthew Magdaleno. Subs for Americas as we'll see Miranda and Holguin check into the game. Smith gets the inbounds, gives it back to Bickham. Bickham cross-court up ahead to Sanders. Sanders holds there, gives it back to Bickham. out of the center circle. Sanders at the free throw line. Sanders trying to work his way to the basket. Left-hand shot no good as he spun from about middle of the lane up the left side of the lane. Tigers struggling offensively here in the quarter. Ball at the right wing with Holguin. 2:21 remaining. The left elbow and stolen away by the Tigers. Alamogordo the fast break opportunity. Smith all the way to the basket. Shot is good and one. Johnson tried to sweep across in front of him to block it, and Smith showed some strength to be able to go up with the ball and finish. And the Tigers will have a chance at a three-point play. Subs for Americas as they will bring Marquez and Vicencio and Pichardo back onto the floor. And it'll be Smith with a chance at a three-point play. DeMyron just with the one bucket before that one so far, so he's got 4 points. And he makes the second, and it's good. 5 points for Smith. The Tigers have cut it to a 12-point deficit. They get this under double digits before the end of the quarter. It's got to be the goal for them at this point. Working it around the perimeter for Americas between the circles. It's Vicencio to Baca. Baca will give it off to Marquez at the left wing. Sanders sticking with him. Tigers double team. They get it out to the far sideline in the hands of Pichardo. Left wing, it's Vicencio again. Smith on him. Now Baca will get out between the circles with Stubblefield defensively. Marquez gets it at front court right. Sanders on him. Back to Baca. 1:40 to go. And to the left corner of Vicencio. Smith made it difficult for him. He's able to feed a pass and a tough shot attempt. Tigers don't get called for a foul, but now get called for one as Magdaleno went up with it. And Tigers went straight up and down. Didn't get called for the foul the first time, but the second time around, Stubblefield gets called for the foul on the shot attempt after Magdaleno had gotten his miss. And he will go to the free throw line here to shoot two. Not many free throws for either side in this game. Tigers have shot 5, and they're 3 of 5. And these will just be the fourth and fifth free throws as the first one misses for Magdaleno. Marquez 1 of 1. Baca 0 of 2. Second free throw goes in. Johnson will come back in as he checks in for Magdaleno. And it's a 37-24 game with a minute 30 remaining in the third quarter. Bickham will inbound to Padilla, back to Bickham. They give it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield up ahead to Smith. Smith works his way to the basket and gets it to go. Howard to the rim and around a couple of defenders, and DeMyron with 5. Into the front court with it comes Baca. Gives it off to Marquez. Left wing into the hands of Miranda. They go inside to Johnson and quickly back outside. Top of the key to Holguin. Miranda dribbles to the top of the key. Now it's Baca with Bickham on him. As we cross under a minute to go in the third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 37-26. Americas in front. And then a bad pass. This one's going to go into the backcourt. And no deflection. Tracking it down was Holguin. I believe that was Miranda over in the far sideline that was trying to give it to him. And the pass was behind him. And Alamogordo with a chance to get this into single digits. As the inbounds goes to Stubblefield. Stubblefield swings it to Padilla out between the circles, then back to Nico. 44 seconds remaining. Nico trying to dribble around the defender, but went right off the foot of Miranda, and Miranda will go all the way to the basket and lay it up and in. Just as he tried to get it past him, he dribbled right off the foot of the Americas defender. Stubblefield will push it in the front court for the Tigers. Stubblefield to Sanders. Sanders tried to split a double team, had the ball stolen away. So the Blazers trying to increase their lead. Shot was blocked by Stubblefield, but Johnson on the follow puts it up and in. And looked like a couple of players got tied up afterwards, or if Johnson was still on the floor after the shot attempt, but they stopped the clock. Couldn't quite tell. There were bodies in front of me. So Tigers will have the basketball, though, down by 15. What a difference. The Tigers had the ball down by 11 with maybe a chance to make it a single-digit game, and 4 straight points here from Americas, and they're turning up the pressure in the backcourt. Tigers try to get in the front court, but it's deflected off of Smith's hands. 6 seconds left as Marquez will find Miranda. Left wing fires up a 3. It's no good. And then inside, Marquez got the basketball, but he won't get the shot off in time. But a tough last minute of the quarter there for Alamogordo. The last 45 seconds. Again, it was a chance to maybe get it to single digits. And the Tigers find themselves down by 15. 41-26 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will take a break and come right back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
It's never too early to win. Letter jackets for Christmas.
The Winner's Circle offers a variety of letter jackets in traditional styles for your students in Alamogordo, Cloudcroft, Tularosa, and Mescalero. Stop by today and help make your high schoolers' last years memorable. Lay away your letter jacket now. The Winner's Circle, outfitting champions for over 50 years.
1201 East 10th Street. Open Monday through Friday.
Go Tigers! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Smith was double teamed in the corner as the Tigers had the possession to begin. And as he got into the lane, there was a little bit of contact, maybe for foul, but didn't get it. And the Tigers will turn it over as the ball ended up in a jump ball situation, and Americus will get it on the possession. 41-26 with 7:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Bach will race all the way to the top of the key with the basketball. Valdez into the game for the first time for Alamogordo. Bickham, Smith, Padilla, and Sanders out there for the Tigers. Side-man defense for Alamogordo. And Baca loses the ball in the backcourt. Valdez got his hand on it. And give it off to Marquez. Right wing, Pichardo. Decencio out between the circles. Tigers trying to turn up the man-to-man pressure. And Marquez able to get into the lane and to kick it back outside. Pichardo to Decencio in the corner and eventually finds its way back to Baca. Front court right with the basketball. Minute gone here in the quarter. Johnson gets the ball right of the lane, kicks it out to Marquez. Marquez a ball fake. Now a pass to his left. He finds Baca, guarded by Valdez. Now they go inside Johnson, and Johnson tried to feed a pass to Marquez, but stolen away by Bickham. Bickham comes all the way to the top of the key, works in the lane, finds Smith as he goes to the basket. Shot is good and one. Johnson came over and tried to defend the shot and made some body contact, I think. I don't think it was on the arm. I think it was when he came in with his body. And it'll be Smith with another chance at a three-point play. The Tiger Jr. has been showing his strength around the basket in this game. As the free throw is up and no good from Smith. Baca gets the ball at the near sideline. Tigers have three players in the backcourt, and eventually they work it around to the left wing. Pichardo knocks down a three. Tigers were being really aggressive in the backcourt to try to get the steal, left a man open, and Pichardo makes Alamogordo pay. Tigers working in the front court. Here's Smith, left the lane, and got it over to the right corner. Valdez was falling out of bounds, was able to save it, but threw it right to a Americas player, and then Warren knocked out of his hands out of bounds, so it'll stay on this end, or I should say in the hands of Americas. Duggan will come in. Vicencio will check out for Americas. 6:17 remaining in the game. 44-28. The near sideline, it's Marquez. He'll give it back to Bickham. Alamogordo with some man-to-man pressure. As Smith will give it back to Marquez. Richards on him. Now at the right wing, it is Pichardo. Duggan goes to the left elbow to Marquez. Then back to Duggan. Marquez, top of the key, finds Pichardo, who sort of fumbled the ball a bit but got it back. And now it's Baca. Baca will find Johnson all the way out near midcourt. Warren on him. Ball at the left wing with Baca. Smith comes out to him. Smith continues to pester him. Bickham came over to try to help on a double team. Ball goes to Duggan, and Americas no hurry to take a shot attempt here. Baca The near sideline was kind of pinned in, but got out of it. Marquez now has the ball out at the top of the key. And Marquez gets into the lane, kicks it back out. Duggan. Johnson left corner. And Americus, no big interest on. Bickham tried to reach in there and pick up the steal. And he gets called for the foul. And that'll be 4 on Kai. Now the near sideline to inbounds is Johnson. Now give it off to the left wing to Marquez. Cross court over to Baca. Baca at the top of the key. And Bynum tried to reach in and steal it away from Baca. He gets called for the foul. Just the second team foul on the Tigers. And Baca will inbound at the near sideline. Bryant will come into the game. It'll be for Bickham. As Kai's got 4 fouls with 5 minutes remaining in the game. Sub for America says Vicencio will come in. Checking in for Duggan. Johnson to inbound at the near sideline for Americas, and he'll go into the backcourt to Baca. Bryant right on him. Now between the circles. Tigers trying to turn up the pressure here a little bit, and a pass from Johnson is going to be over everybody and out of bounds, and Alamogordo will force the turnover. 4:55 remaining in the game. Tigers down by 16. And Richards to inbounds, and he's going to throw it right in the direction of Baca. He deflects it away. Tigers, though, are going to get it back. Warren stumbles to the floor, and they'll call a travel on Bryant. Or not a foul, they'll call a travel on Bryant. Did I say foul? Did I say travel? I meant to say travel. As he was coming up the floor, Bryant, I think, said he never really had the basketball yet at that point. And Coach Nee is going to call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout on the floor. 4:48 remaining in the game. The Tigers are trailing Americas 44-28 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
High interest rates on car loans can cost you big money. Local Credit Union wants to put a little breathing room in your budget. Move your vehicle loan to Local Credit Union for 1% or more less than your current interest rate with no payments for 60 days. Even if you have a Loco loan, you may still be able to save. Stop by Local Credit Union 9th and Washington or apply online at localcreditunion.com. Federally insured, member NCUA. Open to Otero County residents, floor rate of 2.99% on approved credit.
Rudy and the entire crew at Ochoa Stucco would like to thank this wonderful community for all of their support. It's been a great year, and they're looking forward to many, many more. From everyone at Ochoa Stucco, happy holidays. Ochoa Stucco, 575-442-6745.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Alamogordo Big O Tires.
Johnson inbounds to Vicencio for Americas. They've got the 44-28 lead at just under 5 minutes to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard in the game. Baca stumbled and lost the basketball, but gives it to Johnson. Tigers really running around and trying to force a turnover, but Americas doing a pretty good job of not doing so. Nearly a cross-court pass that Bryant tried to step in front of. Johnson gets it in the left corner. Now goes out to the far side. And into the right corner, it's Pichardo. He'll give it off to Vicencio, and this is pretty much just keep away here for Americas. They're not trying to shoot the ball at all. They go inside. Johnson had pretty much an easy lay in there, and they were going to go ahead and draw the clock down. Tigers trying to do the best they can. You see this a lot in El Paso. It's one of those that you got a lead, and you're going to go ahead and try and run away with it. Tigers, though, do get a steal, and Bynum will bring it to the front court. Bynum all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Deontay Bynum with 5. Tigers down by 14, but that's the challenge. You find yourself down by double digits. We saw this with Gadsden for years and years and years, that if you're down by double digits, I mean, you're really going to have to be aggressive, and the ball is going to be thrown out of bounds. The Tigers get another turnover. Here's Bynum to the bucket, can't get the runner to go, gets his own rebound. And Bynum tried to pass it outside to Bryant, but it's stolen away by Vicencio. And Vicencio will slow down. And Bryant going to reach in there and draw the foul. and it'll be the third team foul. 3:19 remaining in the fourth. But the Tigers, they've got to take care of those take advantage of those opportunities. They get a free opportunity on the other end. And it'll be a 30-second timeout here by Americus, but they're going to make Alamogordo run and run and run and try to force Americus into a mistake. And it's one of those things without a shot clock. It's a good strategy. At certain times it can be a little frustrating, but I appreciate the Tigers. They're down by 14. They got to go out there and be aggressive and try to go get the basketball. And they have been able to force a couple of turnovers on the last two possessions. So we'll see if they can continue to do so. But more than anything, you're killing clock. And it's not so much, I think, I think the Blazers probably could be adding on to their lead, but they're very much about killing the clock and ending this game and coming out of the victory. The margin of victory, I don't think, means a ton to them. Near sideline, Johnson will inbounds as he'll give it off to Baca. Stubblefield on him. Baca will go out to the left corner, finds Duggan. He's double-teamed. Comes back out top to Johnson with Stubblefield chasing. Then back to Baca, front court left. Smith right on him. And they go inside to Marquez. Marquez nearly had the ball taken away from him, but he gets it back and then goes right to the bucket and finishes. Tigers trying to draw the offensive foul, but did not get the call. Bickham, cross-court pass going to be stolen away by Baca, and under 3 minutes to go. And that's the other problem. You come on the other end, and America's defense has been so tough, and holding the Tigers just 30 points in this game. Vicencio in the corner, and then back to the midcourt line to Marquez. He's double-teamed, back to Vicencio left corner. Goes out to the midcourt line again to Baca. Baca dribbles to the top of the key and then gives it back out midcourt to Vicencio, or I should say to Marquez. Now Johnson's got it. He's double-teamed. Nearly lost it. Finds Marquez. Marquez double-teamed. Tigers are very aggressive, and ball's going to be deflected, I think, by Warren, last out of bounds. And we'll see Trey Sanders come into the game. Warren will check out for Alamogordo. 2:19 remaining in the game, and certainly looks like Americus will come away with their 18th win on the season. Tigers will pick up just their second loss on the year. Baca dribbles to the left wing past Stubblefield, then gives it off to Vicencio. The near sideline, he's triple-teamed, finds Baca to Marquez. Marquez cutting along the lane, lays it up and in. And that's more than anything else. You force the Tigers into tough situations because you got to come out there and double-team and triple-team, and that leaves some portion of the floor open. And then Smith airmails that one out of bounds at the far sideline. I think he was expecting Bynum to move back towards the midcourt line. He did not, and the Tigers turn it over, and Coach Nee is going to call a 30-second timeout with 1:57 remaining and an 18-point deficit. So the Tigers, I'd say the majority of the first, probably the first quarter and a half kept this one competitive, and then right at the end of the third quarter, they had a chance to get it down to single digits, and then a couple of steals by Americus, and they pushed it back out to 15. And the Tigers have not been able to get it any closer in this quarter. Just 4 points in the quarter for Alamogordo as they find themselves down 48-30. And needed a little bit more in this one. Needed to be able to take care of the basketball a little bit better, and that's where we've seen a little bit of a weakness for the Tigers. Is teams who are on them aggressively defensively. The Tigers haven't taken care of the ball the way that they need to win these kind of games. And I talked about it yesterday. These are the kind of games you've got to, hopefully learn from and try to improve on. And the Tigers have cleared out a good portion of their bench here. Actually not. They brought on Christian Hicks and they brought on Nathaniel Best. So I don't want to say they've cleared out their bench, but they've definitely brought some more guys out there to chase the basketball. And Sanders over at the far sideline chasing Marquez. Give it off to Vicencio. Now it's Johnson. Johnson double-teamed. Finds Vicencio. Back to Marquez. Quickly out to Johnson. 1:36 remaining in the game. Out near midcourt. Give it off to Baca. Johnson. Man-to-man defense by Bynum. And now to Baca. Baca will work it into the lane. Kick it out to the corner to Pichardo. And then back to Johnson. Back to Pichardo near sideline with Hicks on him. And he will run into Bynum. Bynum able to steal it away. Bynum's got the basketball. Trying to work to the basket on Pichardo. He'll be fouled with 1:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. And he'll put Deontay at the line for a couple of free throws. That is the third foul on Josh Pichardo. First free throw misses. And one more for Deontay. That one will swirl down and in. 48-31. A little over a minute remaining. And Baca will bring it into the front court. Baca across the timeline, comes to the near sideline. Duggan. And now off to Baca. Baca gets into the lane, kicks it back outside. And it's Duggan with the basketball. Tigers got to get out and force closely guarded. And Baca will give it off to Duggan. 45 seconds remaining. Valdez guarding him. Dribbles across the key. And then over to the right wing, it is Marquez. Marquez, you know, that's one thing I'll say about pretty much everybody on this Americas roster. They are all solid ball handlers. All of them can really dribble the ball and get out of, you know, double team situations. They make the right passes. This is a very, very good basketball team, which we knew coming into the game. But I'll tell you what, pretty impressive. As about 15 seconds left, and the Tigers are gonna stop chasing here. As Alamogordo will come up a bit short here to Americas. They played hard the entire way and gave it a good effort, but find themselves on the wrong end of a 48-31 final on the Richardson Motors scoreboard here at the Franklin Holiday Tournament. We will take a break and come back. Tigers will play in the third place game tomorrow at 11 a.m. It'll be against either the host Franklin or Del Valle High School. We will come back, get you your stats on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show right here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Stay with us.
OFCU is teaming up with Vision Ford for an end-of-year blowout sale for a limited time only, starting Tuesday, December 26th through Saturday, December 30th. Rates as low as 6.49% APR and no payments for 90 days. Be sure to take advantage of this blowout deal before time runs out. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers fall to Americas 48-31 as they come up a bit short to if you pay attention to Max Preps, they'll say the number 2 team in El Paso. I'm not sure where El Paso Times has them ranked at, but certainly one of the best teams in the city. Tigers will get to see arguably the number 1 team in the city on Tuesday when they play El Paso Chapin. So they are most definitely giving themselves some tough matchups. The game that's coming up next here is Del Valle and Franklin. Those are both very good teams, so whoever Alamogordo gets out of that game, it'll be whoever doesn't win the game. The Tigers will play them tomorrow at 11 a.m. Leading scorers for the Tigers, Demyron Smith and Kai Bickham each had 9. 6 points for Deontay Bynum, 3 points each for Nico Stubblefield and Isaiah Richards, and 1 point for Jason Warren. Really spread out on the other side for the Trailblazers. Vinny Vincencio had 10. Larry and Johnson finished with 9. Aiden Marquez had 13. 6 for Josh Pichardo. 2 for Christian Baca. 4 for Anthony Miranda. 5 points for Brady Duggan. Turnovers, that's the obvious one if you're the Tigers. That's something that they definitely have got to be able to clean up if they're going to win games against top-notch teams like Americus and teams that are going to really push them on ball pressure, on traps, on and whether it's full court or half court, the Tigers have got to be able to make better passes. And the one difference you could see, the Tigers I thought played a pretty good defensive game. When they went to a zone, it kind of gave Americus some problems. The Tigers filled the passing lanes nicely. They made it very difficult for Americus, and did some positive things throughout the game. Their man-to-man I thought was pretty good throughout the game, but those 10 to 15 turnovers you just can't have. And I was going to say the big difference, and as you notice the game went on, the ball handler, whoever had the basketball for Americus, knew where they were going with it. The ball handled well, handled the pressure well, and the Tigers, we're just not seeing that from them this season. There's 2 or 3 guys that I think do pretty well with it, and then after that, it's kind of, I'd say, depends on the moment. In all honesty, it depends on the possession, and that's something that the Tigers are going to have to get better at as the season progresses. Because you're going to see some teams that are really going to push them in that way, but. I thought for a good portion of the game they played Americus really tough, and again that I think the big turning point. The Tigers down by 11 with 45 seconds left in the third with the basketball and a chance to make it a 2 or 3 possession game, and they turn the ball over on back-to-back possessions, and Americus goes down and scores both times, and that was pretty much the game. The Tigers, Americus after that was very deliberate with the basketball. They were going to drain some clock, and the Tigers just couldn't get the ball away from them. And actually, the couple of times they did, there were probably 2 occasions where they didn't score after they got a steal, and you certainly can't have that. All right, we're going to take a break. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, and we're going to wrap things up here from Franklin High School. Tigers will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. playing either Franklin or Del Valle. Those 2 teams getting ready to tip off here in about 5 minutes. So we'll come back and finish up our broadcast here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. Stay with us.
High interest rates on car loans can cost you big money. Local Credit Union wants to put a little breathing room in your budget. Move your vehicle loan to Local Credit Union for 1% or more, less than your current interest rate, with no payments for 60 days. Even if you have a local loan, you may still be able to save. Stop by Local Credit Union, 9th and Washington, or apply online at localcreditunion.com. Federally insured, member NCUA. Open to Otero County residents, floor rate of 2.99% on approved credit.
Rudy and the entire crew at Ochoa Stucco would like to thank this wonderful community for all of their support. It's been a great year, and they're looking forward to many, many more. From everyone at Ochoa Stucco, happy holidays. Ochoa Stucco, 575-442-6745.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Alamogordo Big O Tires.
OFCU is teaming up with Vision Ford for an end-of-year blowout sale. For a limited time only, starting Tuesday, December 26th through Saturday, December 30th, rates as low as 6.49% APR and no payments for 90 days. Be sure to take advantage of this blowout deal before time runs out. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show as the Alamogordo Tigers fall to America here at the El Paso Franklin Holiday Tournament. 48-31 is the final score. That'll do it for our broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in. Again, your leading scorers, Kai Bickham and Demyron Smith, each finished with 9 for the Tigers. Alamogordo will play either Del Valle or Franklin coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the final game. Tigers will be right back in El Paso next Tuesday as well. That'll be a girls and boys doubleheader as Alamogordo faces off against El Paso Chapin. That'll be at Chapin High School. So busy start to the week next week right as we come out of the holiday. But we'll be right back here tomorrow, and we'll bring you the broadcast tomorrow at 11 a.m. here on Alamo Sports and Talk. We certainly hope that you tune in and stick around. We've got the Liberty Bowl coming up for you next. Memphis taking on Iowa State. And then following that, it'll be the Cotton Bowl Classic with Mizzou and Ohio State coming up tonight, as we've got lots of bowl games for you guys coming up over the next few days here on Alamo Sports and Talks. We certainly hope that you will be tuned in with us. Again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 48-31. It was Americus getting the win over Alamogordo. Thanks so much for tuning in. Then Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. I get you the pregame of Memphis and Iowa State in the Liberty Bowl.
Fall playoff national semifinals. Number 4 Alabama, number 1 in Michigan. Trevor Maddich, ESPN college football analyst with me, Kevin Winter. Trevor, true or false? Michigan has to play with the lead in this football game.
True, to the extent that they can't get behind. Because if they get behind and become one-dimensional, they have to throw the ball. And if they have to throw the ball, they're in deep trouble. Because, again, their best receivers are well countered by Alabama's best cover guys. And then you're not going to be able to double-team both edge rushers of Alabama. They're going to be coming off of those edges with their hair on fire. And if if Michigan has to throw and Bama knows it, then they're in trouble. That's one of the reasons that the Michigan running game has really got to step up, because they must stay balanced so they don't